Hello everyone, let's look at the new features and changes that Microsoft is rolling out with the release of Windows 11 build 26340.9212 for version 26H2. This release has only one big change, and that is a redesigned File Explorer context menu that is faster, simpler, and fully customizable. The new experience reduces clutter, keeps common use actions easy to access, and introduces a new experience in the Settings app that gives you full control to what happens in the menu. The first thing you will notice is that the menu opens more quickly. And there are also some visual changes. For example, in the context menu for this particular image, you will notice that the spacing between the items has been reduced to make the menu more compact. You will also notice a new App Extensions submenu that houses entry points for specific applications depending on the file that you're opening the menu. Also, OneDrive has its own submenu to group all the options. Perhaps the most important change on the new menu is the new Customize menu option that opens the new settings page to customize the experience. The top section lets you turn built-in commands like send to and create shortcuts on and off. Some of these commands, like print, weren't available in the Windows 11 context menu before and can now be switched on if you want them. And as you can see, now we get the options that we selected. If you want a more compact menu, we can disable all the options. However, it's important to know that some options are required and you cannot turn them off, such as open, open with, and other ones depending on the file that you're opening the context menu. Now, at the bottom of the section, we're going to find the App Extensions section, Settings, that allows you to manage the available extensions depending on the applications that you have installed on your computer. So if you want to see the App Extensions entry on the context menu, you need to turn this on. Now, if you don't want the submenu, you can also turn it off. And as you can see, the entry point is no longer on the menu. Now, you can also control which extensions appear on the main menu. Let's say Paint and Photos, because we have an image as an example. So if we right-click the file, we're going to see the Edit with Paint and Edit with Photos. Finally, at the bottom of the page, that's where the most common commands live. For example, Microsoft knows that many people have years of muscle memory from the Windows 10 menu. So they added options to bring back that feeling. So for example, if you turn this on, you can now have cut, copy, paste, rename, share, and delete, and a list in view, as you can see right here on the menu. If we turn it off, that is the default design for Windows 11. Now, in the case of OneDrive, if you want to have all the options available inline, you can do that as well, and you need to turn off this option. And as you can see, now we have the always keep on this device option and free up space. But one thing I noticed is that apparently you don't get all the options for OneDrive, because if we turn that on and if we go to the OneDrive submenu, we are also going to see that we have access to other options. Now, at any time, you can access the legacy context menu using the Shift right-click shortcut. But on the new context menus page, you can also turn on this option to have an entry point to the old menu. And there is even an option to show the Properties option at the bottom of the context menu, how it was on Windows 10. And that's it. That is all you need to know about the new fully customizable context menu for Windows 11. Now, if we go to the background page, we are not going to find many significant changes, but Microsoft is rolling out several improvements, addressing some of the rough edges that can make changing wallpaper more frustrating than it should be. So now the background settings page is getting reliability improvements, along with sharper previews when selecting a wallpaper and better preview rendering for users with portrait-oriented screens. The company is also improving how the system handles wallpaper changes made in quick succession and fixing reliability issues with desktop slideshow transitions, particularly on newly created accounts. In addition, there are a couple useful additions. For example, Windows 11 can now use device-independent bitmap image files as desktop background, while slideshow wallpapers can now work across multiple desktops without automatically switching the background mode back to picture. Microsoft also notes that in this release, the Magnifier is getting a small but welcome visual makeover. The company is refreshing the tool's toolbar with updated icons that better match the operating system's current design language, along with refined spacing and padding for a cleaner and more polished layout. This update is making camera roll backup easier to discover with a new entry point and the Home and Accounts page, as you can see right here on the screenshot. In particular installation, that's not the case. From either location, you can quickly set up the feature to automatically backup photos and videos from your device to OneDrive, giving you a simpler way to keep your memories backed up without digging through settings. The Get Started app is becoming more useful to help users personalize their devices and discover new features they might otherwise overlook. Microsoft is adding new pages to the app that can guide users through different setup and personalization options, although pages shown can vary depending on their device. So in the following screenshots, you can see the new pages. But unfortunately, on my device, I did not receive that particular update. Microsoft is also taking another step toward retiring the Windows Management Instrumentation Command Line, or WMIC, by removing it from the operating system. The legacy command line has been deprecated for some time, and this change continues Microsoft's gradual effort to remove WMIC from the operating system. WMIC was commonly used by administrators and scripts to query and match system information through WMI. Microsoft recommends using PowerShell or another modern WMI-based tools as part of this transition. Also, as part of this release, Microsoft is retiring the drop tray feature, the one that when you drag a file to the top of the screen, you're going to get this flyout to share the content with other applications, and the company decided to end this feature because of user feedback. So if you're looking for the different ways that you can disable it because it was enabled by default, just remember that soon that feature will no longer be available in the operating system. And finally, Windows 11 is expanding its emoji collection to support Emoji 17, bringing several new characters to the built-in emoji picker. This edition includes Distorted Face, Fight Club, as you can see right here, Hairy Creature, among others. And that's it. That's pretty much all you need to know about Windows 11 build 26.340.92.12 for version 26H2. Microsoft also notes that this update is based on the next version of the operating system and is delivered through an Enablement Package. So that's why we're seeing the build number on the 26.340 series. This particular preview also includes some other smaller fixes and improvements. So make sure to check the link in the description to learn more about this preview. Now, one last thing that I wanted to show you, that if we go to the Windows Insider Programs page, and then if we go to the feature flags, in this particular rollout, there are now new available flags. And that's it. Let me know what you think about these changes. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. And I just hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.